We are going to be together for 2 hours. I need your presence here, and I want you to indulge yourself emotionally because we are going to talk about emotional well-being and how you can help yourself. Today you will be getting some handy tips, exercises which normally in the life coaching process we give these skills to people over a period of time. So it's going to be a quite fast pace workshop, and that's why it's called boot camp. So the information and some experience will be very rapid, and we will park your write down your questions if you have any. Keep them handy towards the end, and I'll be more than happy to give you reply to your individual inquiries. Very quick introduction, 5 minutes for who we are, what we do. You just know that what kind of issues actually cause emotional distress. Um, Stress due to personal and professional reasons, anger management, if you are not able to sleep properly, there's a stress in the marriage or a relationship, stress due to ongoing issue related to breaking up of marriages, post divorce trauma, during divorce trauma, relationship issues at work and home, anxieties, fears, phobias, low self esteem. I'm not good enough. I am not the person who I want to be. Some people can't sleep. Some people are struggling with self image, obesity, social withdrawal is causing them issues. They don't want to meet with people. Then you have lack of purpose in life, some complexes, emotional complexes such as inferiority complex, superiority complex, that I'm the best and that's it. And somewhere now you are getting aware that you want to deal with that, how to get over. Now, if there's a death of a near one, loved one, and you are in a trauma and you want to get over that, or probably somebody is diagnosed in the family, God forbid, there's a critical illness or there is a terminal illness, how to handle that situation. If you suddenly see behavioral shift in your own personality or behavior, or maybe your colleagues and your friends, your subordinates or supervisor, please introduce them to this program. What are the signs? If you think that you are getting angry for no reason, or most of the time you are agitated, snapping back, and after you behave you feel regret, you are not able to sleep properly, lack of appetite or too much of eating, food indulgence, that if you're sad you're eating a lot, if you are sad, probably overwhelmed and you're not eating at all. Now, in order to avoid yourself from the sadness, you are seeking happiness in smoking, alcohol, or any kind of addiction. Uh, Find out if you see you're complaining all the time, or there are fears, anxieties about some certain situations that may happen in future. You're already feeling that it has happened and getting overwhelmed with that. So these are the areas: OCD, ADHD, issues, that attention span is very short, that the whole presentation is gone and you have not even focused for a bit. You don't know what the subject was. Somebody will come, said everything, and you're just gone, not able to pay attention. You finish reading the whole page and nothing is absorbed in the mind. Now, guys, welcome in the boot camp. I want you to now disconnect for a few seconds because that was quite a bombarding of some information that is very much important for you to understand. Now, how you learn, how human brain learns, and whatever shift is required is a process, and it's a process which comes up with your willingness. Now, anything that we human learn, there are four stages of our this matrix of knowledge and our learning steps. Human brain learns through reward and punishments and repetitions. Now, anything that we do it for a reason, whether it's a reward or whether it's a punishment. We need to choose what motivates us the most, a fear or encouragement and motivation. Right. Now, one thing is common for all human beings, that everything that we practice every day, it gets absorbed. And what happens from first step to the last step, which should be and which is our a process of getting expert in whatever we learn, So there is an unconscious incompetence, level one, where I don't know what I don't know. So something that I don't know, I don't know. So where we throw blind guesses. Then comes second, conscious incompetence, where I know that I do not know something. That if I throw a question that who is the head of the Sheikh Rashid Hospital, I know I don't know. So this is conscious incompetence. There are things that we know that we don't know. Third level of learning, then, conscious competence. I know something, but I have to recollect. Listen, who do you know how to copy paste, control different, ways of copy pasting in computer, Microsoft. So this is how we recollect. We know that we know. This is conscious competence. We have to remember. I ask you table, 12 table in the maths. So, we know, and then, okay, wait a minute. So, this is conscious competence. Now, something that we become expert, it becomes a part of our unconscious competence, meaning I know it so well that I don't have to even think about it, right? Our behaviors, our attitude becomes so, we become so competent that we don't have to even think about becoming angry, or we don't think about walking. We know how to walk, but when we were newborn and we were 7, 8, 9 months old, when first step was required to, we used to just lose the balance. But then we start standing, holding, walking, and then there is a time when we don't even consider that we are walking. Second example I can give you of swimming, cycling, driving, talking, any language. Then we are new. I'm new to Arabic language right now. I'm learning Sifr Wahid Itne Talata Arba Khamsa. See, now I'm getting unconscious competence in few numbers. Then I get confused with the Sitta or Saba at the end. So this is called, if I will repeat and repeat and repeat, I'll become expert. So new behaviors, the how I am linking today, whatever you will learn, you need to repeat that over and over and over again. Based on the research, it has been proven that if we do one thing every day for 21 days optimum, minimum, we can develop new habits. And if we continue doing that thing for 3 months, it can become our lifestyle. So if you want to see changes in your life, you need to adopt new ways, and you need to continue practicing those without a gap. If there's a gap one day, there's a chain which is disconnected. You have to bring and bridge the gap again. You start as day one the next day when you miss. That's the beauty and the task. And know that whatever you can know in your lifetime and my lifetime is going to be a drop of water in the knowledge ocean of knowledge. So only things which are mattering, which are important and having an impact on our lives, are something that worth remembering, learning, and repeating. Let's see what happens. Performance and stress curve. It's very important to understand the nature of stress. So let's say if there is no stress in life, and everything just is not required, nothing is required from us, life is gonna be too bored. If there is no need to come to office, there is no need to wake up, no need to go outside, we are just lying and being doing nothing. If there is no motivation, there is no stress in life, the life is going to be completely bored. We are not made in that fashion. Okay, this is where I give an example of even millionaires kids, rich and famous and have everything. The whole generation of hippies came from that boredom. When they had everything, there was no need for them to do anything in their lifetime. So that's where they started getting bored and trying to find out what is the purpose in life. And this is what I mean with bored. So if you are bored, there's no motivation, performance and is going to be low. Then you raise your bars, and then you go towards little, you have little pressure, you come out of your comfort zone. There's an exam, there's a new project, there's an job interview, you need to lose a weight, anything. We come out of our comfort zone, fine, let's start walking. So we are getting up in the morning. Every day I'm waking up 10, I wake up early, and then coming out of our comfort zone and making a schedule. This will increase performance when we come out from our comfort zone. When we increase the stress little bit and we try and stretch our limits, let's say I can walk today 1 kilometer. I can work, do a presentation in 5 hours, one presentation. How about I stretch my limits? I try and walk 2 kilometers in, let's say, 15 minutes or 20 minutes. I just stretch my limits. I brisk walk. Probably I can do a little run, jog. How about that? So this is stretching our limit. When we stretch our selves physically, mentally, the performance increases. So it's an optimum performance. Now when we keep on stretching ourselves over a period of time, we can come up little bit higher performance, but then in that case our mind and body is gonna get exhausted. And this happens both ways, physically and mentally. When we prolong ourselves, we keep on stretching ourselves over a period of time, then it gets converted into strain. Now body cannot hold the strain for a longer period of time. The performance is optimum mentally, physically, performance wise when we are stretching our limits. Okay, but let's say there's an exam, there's a board exam tomorrow or a presentation. I work all night, that's fine, but I cannot wake up all night every day and then come back to work because the system will collapse. That's called strain. Now this is a zone of delusion, they say. People, those who are straining themselves constantly, emotionally and physically, are going to get into burnout stage. Now what is burnout stage? When it's showing in our behavior, in our body, headaches, migraines, anger issues, palpitation, high blood pressure, diabetic, type 1, type 2, I guess, yeah. So when we are pushing ourselves too hard for a very long time, then burnout is a stage where performance drops, where motivation drops, and we get the prolonged stress converts into depression. I hope that's clear. And this is the stress curve. We should avoid straining ourselves, but doesn't mean the occasional strain is fine, but not prolonged stress or prolonged strain. Now, this is something very interesting, guys, and ask yourself, this is an eye opener. As per the research, 90 to 95% diseases are psychosomatic. Okay, this is from American Institute of Stress. Knowing that our thinking can cause sickness, and this has been there, you can go and have a look at World Health Organization website as well. They say the world is sitting on the volcano of mental health epidemic, and this is true. The kind of lives that we guys are living is gonna push us in this dark pit of mental health challenges. Why? What is happening? Let's have a look. The average number of thoughts per day, human beings, you and I, we have, there are over 60,000 thoughts a day. Imagine 60,000 thoughts a day, and what is more overwhelming is out of these 60,000 approximate thoughts a day, 95% thoughts are copy paste from the day before and day before and day before. So we keep on thinking the same thoughts every day. And now this is disaster. 90% of those thoughts are negative thoughts. So this is programming, the mental programming, that we are thinking every day, same thoughts, and out of those same thoughts, 80% thoughts are negative thoughts. How on earth then, with the negative set of mind, negative state of mind, we can design our happy, positive today and positive future? So what kind of thoughts? What is the language that we talk to ourselves? What are our inner programs? I'm not lucky. Life is not fair. I can't do it. It's not possible. I'm fine this way. Everybody's taking the shit, so I'm taking might as well. Excuse me for my language. Uh, we'll see later what happens. These, ask yourself what kind of language that you give it to yourself. Those thoughts create actions, and those actions are going to create our today and future. So let's see how we can change the thoughts. And this is where I was saying, by repeating same thoughts, we are making sure the program becomes so hard, and then something which is carved so hardly on our mental, in the mind, the stone of the mind, something negative is written over and over again, so it gets imprinted on our memory, on our personality. And how to rub that off, as simple as that. We just have to overwrite it, and overwrite it over and over again, so that the new language, the positive language, the positive thoughts can bring positive results. Let's look at that. So, we have old thoughts, old feelings generated from those old negative thoughts, old emotions, old experiences, and this gets recycled. We are just like this butterfly, where we are just trying to fly high with our dreams and ambitions and purpose and happiness and health, but not letting go this whole huge rock of negative thought bank. So these are old programs of the past, and on that old programming, we cannot design a future which is more positive, happy, full of abundance, and health, and the desired dream life. So what do? We create, view future ourselves in the positive scenarios. We feel those feelings. We affirm and manifest what we want, and just gain knowledge more on how to work with our thoughts. So today we are giving you some knowledge, some tips. We are opening up this horizon for you to come forward and get the knowledge, equip yourself, create a vision, the future that you wish to see and experience in your lifetime. Create the feelings and manifest those feelings in your life. And how to do that? This is the skill and an art of living that we are going to focus on. Know the power of our thoughts, and this has been scientifically proven. I'm giving you certain resources today. These are the names of people you can research and Google about, and know more on placebo study. More emphasis has been given on placebo study, but the half part, the 50% research and the facts of the placebo study was nocebo impact. What happens? Our thoughts, like I have already shared with you, and it's been proven scientifically that 90 to 95% diseases are psychosomatic, meaning they're coming from negative thinking. So when we think negative, our body areas get impacted. Liver gets damaged with the anger or irritability. Heart, when we are having excessive pain, hurt, the heart gets affected. Kidney with the fear and phobias and shock. Lungs get with the affected with the sadness and grief. The spleen gets affected with the anxiety. I wanted to show you a book. I'll have to open my. Okay, let me just give you some information about this study. So the group of people, they were selected for this study. They had all same medical issues and conditions. Half of the group members were given sugar tablets. Half of the group is given proper medicines. Now, what happened over a period of time? Both the groups had equal healing. They all got cured, and now nobody knows who took the sugar pills. So later on, when it was declared that who took the sugar pill, they had the equal impact as if they were they were taking medicines. In that study, it was proven that it's all in the mind. If we know in our mind that we are going to get healed with something, we get that healing, and that's called placebo effect. uh, Now nocebo is something that we know that we will not get better no matter what. So the expert on earth cannot heal this person who knows that I'm not going to get better and there is no cure. Proof of which I can give you certain studies. There was a case which was published in the medical journals. This gentleman was diagnosed with cancer and terminal cancer. There was no hope, so the doctor decided to do one placebo experiment on this gentleman. This study is in American medical journal. So what happened? This guy, the doctor used to give saline water in the treatment, in the drip, and over a period of 1 or 2 months, the cancer was completely healed and recovered, and he was even discharged back to home. The study was published in the newspapers, in the medical journal, and somebody showed him that study, that he got healed from the cancer because of the saline, not any other treatment. And that's where he said, how this can happen? This is not true. The moment he lost the faith In that experiment, his cancer came back again, and within 40 or 45 days, the gentleman died. So that is called nocebo, where our faith is so much attached with the already perceived outcome. So our mind and body manifests the negative and positive impact. Divine Matrix part 1 and part 2, you can go on Google and find out what Greg Braden has mentioned in one of the medical scientific community journals, Biology of Belief, by a stem cell scientist, Dr. Bruce Lipton. Dr. Deepak Chopra, Dr. Joe Dispenza, he healed himself from multiple backbone fractures. American hospitals, they said, even after a couple of surgeries, all his life he's going to be on the bed and he cannot even walk on his feet. But after 4 months of constant positive self talk and affirmations and visualization, Dr. Joe Dispenza was in the rehab, and today he's going worldwide teaching people how to do positive affirmations and biologically, scientifically, what happens in the biochemistry, and which has been now a kind of a technology, the kind of technology they use in monitoring the body changes when we think positive, what chemical change and the shifts are observed in the body. All these guys, Louise Hay, she's another American lady. Let me show you the Louise Hay, and this is her book, Heal Your Body, The Mental Causes for Physical Illness and Metaphysical Ways to Overcome Them. There is a list of diseases and what is the emotional blockage which has caused those diseases, and what are the affirmations on the extreme right hand side to overcome those diseases. Louise Hay is another lady. She was diagnosed with multiple cancers, and where doctors said that she has less than 6 months to survive, and based on her own work and lifestyle change, completely food without preservatives, uh, exercises, positive self talk, mindfulness practices. Within 2 years' time, she recovered from the cancer, and when she died, she was in her late 80s. And she worked tremendously on helping people watch, changes she made in her lifestyle and the science of affirmations. You will find lots of stuff on YouTube, on Google, on all these people, those who are in the field working on the power of mind and their scientific experiment studies. You can Google with their names, right? Vishen Lakhani, the biggest online academy. You can download an app called Mind Valley in your smartphone, and you can get lots of courses. You have 1 week free subscription, and then you can have more of them. The courses like these, now this is interactive, they have recorded courses, and you can help yourself and have more confidence on the science behind the power of thought and mind. Now, conflict. What happens? Why we feel unhappy? It's very simple science. Something which is not happening according to our wish, desire, and what we value the most in our deep consciousness, subconsciousness. So when our conscious awareness, our desired behavior, so okay, what we are supposed to be doing, what we are expected to behave and do and perform, these are conscious behaviors. That I'm supposed to be at work from 7:30 to 2:30. I'm supposed to deliver what I'm supposed to deliver. My conscious goals, that I'm in this department, I should be working. This is my conscious goal. But my actual behavior does not match my goal. For example, somebody is an engineer working day and night in the field on the machines, but inside there's an artist which is craving to go and perform and sing and make paintings. This is where the whole fun time, he's best in artistic side, but the expected goal and conscious awareness and behavior is this way, and there is a deviation in the actual what I really value in my life. This is gonna cause a conflict. A constant conflict in the lifestyle causes internal mental conflict. And human being, we are we are born in a fashion that we park our needs uh, for the maximum time, even lifetime. We park our needs in the side because we love others, we care for other. I have responsibility, I shouldn't be doing this, this is not right. So we park our needs, our values in the corner, and we bury them. This is a book called Feeling Buried Alive Never Die. This is book by Carol K. Truman. It's all about feeling buried alive never die. So it has been scientifically proven that each and every feeling that we do not deal with, we bury it. It causes negative emotional biochemistry in our body, and that gets deposited, and that communicates with us in form of discomfort, which is dis-ease. If you see, if you break the word disease, it's what? Dis-ease. So when we are not easy with our emotions, diseases come eventually. So when we are young, we are strong, we are energetic, our body can handle for some time. But when the cellular memory of the brain, our body becomes weaker and weaker by holding that stress for very long time, our body and the cells give up. And what exactly happens in the body, I will show you and try and make it more easier for you to understand. So now I think this is clear. The internal conflict causes diseases, right? So word explains the disease is coming from disease. Now, for those who have fears and phobias and worrying too much, thinking too much about the negative possible impact in life, do you know? So there is no need to fear, because based on the statistics, it's been proven that 85% whatever we fear never happens, and remaining 15% believe that whatever we thought is gonna worry us on the outcome, it was still much better than what we feared and expected. So we use fear as a worst use of our imagination in our life. So fear is the worst imagination and possible negative impact in the future. Imagine if we can have positive forecast of our future, what happens, and I'll share with you, and that is through affirmation, positive thinking. And positive thinking about the possible future result is called manifesting happiness in your life. How does that work? Now, like I told you, the negative thinking and the repetitive negative thinking creates negative program in our brain, and we need to reprogram that software in our hardware, the CPU. Our brain is a CPU, and our thoughts are programs that we run. Based on the negative programs, we cannot expect positive future. So how to replace the negative programs? We need to choose the thoughts that we want to shift. We will then frame a sentence, what exactly we expect and want, a positive sentence, and we use that as if this has happened already in present and it is already done. So whatever you want, you believe that it's been done, and feel it with the feelings. So the result that you want has already happened, and if it has happened, how your body is going to react, it will generate the feeling, and that feeling is going to generate the biochemical reactions in our body, and the biochemistry is going to release an electric current in our environment, and that electric current is going to release frequencies in the unified field around us. Now that sounds a little bit complicated, and I am guessing that probably you may have little confusion. Now what are we talking about here? Electric current and frequency and the unified field. These are all impacts of quantum emotions, that we are not only bioelectrical beings, we are also energetic beings. So let's look at that. What happens? Oh, okay, before that, we get to the quantum emotions and the quantum mechanics and the quantum physics side of manifestation and affirmations, uh, bringing desired results in our life, the science behind it. Before that, let me tell you the best time for affirmations. For those who are spiritual, guys, affirmations are nothing but your prayers. Ancient people, spiritual people, religious people, the world majority of the population is religious. Number one, there are Christians in the world, then Muslims, then Hindus, then you have Buddhists, you have other religions. The majority is religious. Now, affirmations is a a tag which can be sold to the entire world without any religious tag. So affirmations are basically your deep desired prayers and feelings. So they say that ask as if it has been given already. So you must affirm, you must ask, you must have prayers as if they are already uh, accepted. Okay, so the best time is morning and night. Okay, actually, the best time is when you are able to disconnect yourself from your thinking conscious mind. When we just get into a sleep, a semi hypnotic state, which is a theta state. The child, when is born from 0 to 2 years of age, stays constantly in delta wave. Delta is completely unconscious. The child is not aware about, child cannot imagine and have a conscious about the environment. That state is called, and this is based on the EEG, the frontal lobe, the whole brain scan. The science has identified four waves that our brain secretes and get tuned into. Delta wave, 0 to 2 years, the child absorbs everything, the surroundings, environment, right from mother's womb. Then comes 2 to 6 years, there is some imagination that come, which is a theta state. Then comes 6 to 12 alpha. They're calm conscious. There's a consciousness which is coming, and there are frequencies, in the vibration in the environment, the frequencies are also identified. So consciousness, where we are aware what is happening, we are mirroring, we are watching, copying. Beta is a state which is active. This is active consciousness, thinking. We can think, analyze, and talk. So this is completely alert state. Now, if you see this purple egg here on the top, the 5% brain is a conscious brain. As per the neuroscience stats and information, our entire brain has two parts: conscious and unconscious. Unconscious mind is 95%, conscious mind is 5%. And the only shift, only way we can believe in what we are saying, if we can remove this critical faculty which is dividing our brain into conscious and unconscious. This critical faculty disappears twice in a day for us. When is that exactly? When we are about to fall into sleep. That's where our critical faculty goes away and we see dreams. In 1 second we are in the sea, another second we are on the mountain, we are in the sky, we watch things, we imagine everything in our dreams. Why? Because our brain is not in the conscious paradigm. We are into unconscious paradigm where we have dreams. Now the process of getting inside the subconscious mind is through theta state. So that happens when we are about to fall into sleep and when we are about to wake up. When we are half awake, half at sleep, when the alarm, we know we are going to just wake up, that is a theta state. And the best time to have your affirmations is that time. Nikola Tesla, he used to do affirmations 3 times: morning, afternoon, and night. 3 times you repeat what you want with the feelings that as if it's already happening while you are in your bed. Your eyes are still not open, but your awareness is slowly coming into being. At that time, repeat 3 times. Every time you say, you breathe in and breathe out. So 6 times in the afternoon, preferably from 12 to 4. Now, Louise Hay, she recommends do it after every 1 hour. Disconnect yourself from the world for 1 minute. Breathe in. Just get connected with your body and mind. Uh, Dr. Bruce Lipton says morning and evening. Dr. Greg Braden. These are the people, those who I have mentioned there. So they say best time is tahajjud time, half an hour before the Fajr prayer. Now there are lots of research and scientific facts are given about that time. Hindus call it Brahma Muhurat. So the environment, the energies are so powerful that everything that we feel gets absorbed on our cellular memories. So pick your time, and like I said, theta state is a state where you are not thinking consciously and you are having an access to subconscious. Why subconscious is so important, why I cannot just choose and do it. Because 5% conscious mind is not aware about deep rooted beliefs, values, our upbringing, rights and wrongs, why we behave in the fashion we do, our why we buy in certain facts. It's all part of our subconscious, right? Now our state of being, how our physiology behave, it comes from our state of being, meaning what state of mind we are in. We are in a happy state. Our body, when we are happy we cannot cry, okay? When we are dancing we cannot cry. So our state decides our physiology, okay? Our state is also coming from our subconscious, right? Because we are trained to be in certain ways in different states. You can one exercise that often give it to my people who I'm coaching, that if you are in a sad state, crying state, change your physiology, and immediately the shift will happen in your state. And you can try and do it right now. If you just open up your teeth and smile, whatever you're doing, just smile, big one. Your teeth, just show your complete Colgate, smile for an advertisement. And now try and move your brows like a clown. Try and move your brows up and down. Try and make your eyes roll up and just make funny faces. Change your just do some dance movements right now, and try to be sad when you are making dance movements. So when you will make some funny body movements, or you will try and dance, or you will try and look at yourself in the mirror and smile, you can't cry. This is how our state and physiology is tuned in. So when you want to bring immediate shift in your state, change your physiology. And this is Tony Robbins' work. Tony Robbins is one of the billionaires life coach. He visited Dubai as well. He predominantly coach people, change your physiology and change your state. So if you're sad, try go and dance, jump, smile, and your state will change immediately. And you can even visualize. If you're not practically, you can't do it in an environment, you can close your mind and imagine that you are smiling. So if you are in a situation where you have a tough time going on in the meeting, you're angry, you're upset, close your eyes, look left and right, go to the washroom, change your physiology, do some funny acts, and you will see your state will change immediately. But that is a side information part of what I'm intending to use this slide for. Look at the power of conscious and subconscious mind. Why it is important to go into theta state. Conscious mind can process only 2000 bits of data per second. So this is the capacity of the conscious mind. Okay, subconscious mind can process 400 billion bits of data per second, right? So the power of processing information and the power of generating unimaginable actions is actually buried in the subconscious mind. If we are able to remove the critical faculty and get to the excess of the powerful energy of the subconscious mind, we can do amazing things. Now, how human beings perceive, you and I, how do we communicate? We have something, a trigger outside, some event is happening, we are seeing something, we observe, we receive that information by deleting certain things from there. We distort certain things according to our belief system, value system, our programs, and we generalize things, and then we store that information. Okay, subconscious mind only knows feelings, and our conscious mind can only have this information understanding by touch, smell, hearing, seeing. So our five senses help us to observe and to communicate with the world. Once we have those that information, we delete, distort and generalize and store. Okay, our behavior is driven from our socializing, our like upbringing, culture, social political ideologies, laws, rules, religion. This is how our behaviors are formed. Now our mind stores information in terms of pictures, The nature of subconscious mind. Again, why we are trying to find out the impact of subconscious mind? Because we want to change our negative thinking and programs. And in order to change that program, we need to know how the hardware works. It is so powerful. It can process 400 bits of data per second in comparison to conscious mind. It records everything. Whatever is happening, it records everything. Subconscious mind never take rest. It's always awake and alert. Even when we sleep, we have dreams. Subconscious is working. Everything that is happening in our life is controlled by subconscious mind. How? The way we work, the way we talk, the way we are, who we are, is all driven from our subconscious mind. We walk, we talk, we drive. Everything is stored in subconscious. Subconscious speaks to us in our dreams. Sometimes we have wild dreams, negative, sad, happy dreams. There is no way the subconscious doesn't send us any WhatsApp or email, or there's no other way than dreams, our feelings. So it communicates with us. If there's something going on bad, we will have bad dreams. If something is going on good, we our subconscious, some feelings are stored nice, we will have nice dreams. So this is how the subconscious communicates with us. It has no verbal language. It takes everything literally. If somebody will say you're ugly, the subconscious will, they're I was just watching one program. There was a American beauty queen, and she said that how she was struggling with low self-image because somebody in the young age said she's ugly. So we take everything. If somebody will say you're fat, I'm fat, I'm fat, because it takes everything literally. So only conscious mind can articulate, be diplomatic, but the subconscious takes everything literally. It can do trillion things at a time. And then inside, my heart is working, kidney is working, blood is pumping. The whole body is run on subconscious. Everything is stored and dealt by it on its own, on autopilot. It's on autopilot basically. One thing is that how we are so strong, subconscious is silly. It doesn't know the difference between reality and fiction. It just takes everything literally, and it's also not logical. I can give you example. We go in the movies, cinema theater, and we cry when we see sad scenes. We jump, and we start making those fight movements when there is a fight happening, action scene. There's a horror movie, we feel afraid. There were times when I know some horror movies were released and the makers are throwing a challenge that we challenge if somebody can watch alone, and some people had heart attack. So the subconscious know that this is a movie and this is not real. Still we get so moved emotionally. It's not logical. In the dream, people cry, walk, talk. It's all happening because subconscious is watching something in the dream and thinking it's real, and the body is reacting to that fiction. So it takes everything literally. Why this is one of the most important part of this particular slide and today's presentation, that no, whatever will tell the subconscious mind is going to store that as an information and reality. And this is the part which is the most important part for manifesting what we want in our life. So whatever stories we tell ourselves, our subconscious buys those stories. Subconscious mind is million times powerful than the conscious mind. If I'll tell you lift 50 kilo weight or 100 kilo weight, can you and I lift that weight? Actually, I did last week 50 kg deadlift. So, and I'm surprised because I was thinking I can't, it's difficult, 25 kgs. But can you and I, without doing any hardcore workout, can we lift 100 kg? No. In whatever age slab we are, but I'll give you, you can go and find out amazing things done. Guinness Book of World Record. There was one, and this is there, it's been there in the newspapers everywhere. This old lady on the wheelchair, she sees there's a car coming in reverse, and the grandchild is gonna be crashed. Not only she gets up from the wheelchair, she runs and lifts the car up, and the child is saved. Everyone rushed to the hospital, and when everybody arrived and say, okay, everything is fine, the child is safe. But what happened exactly? Who saved the child? There was nobody at home. And they said this was the grandmother, and they said grandmother is standing. And by the time she was aware in her conscious mind that she is standing, she collapses, and after that she's back to the wheelchair. So the power of subconscious, her desire, her need is there, that I have to save my grandchild. She not only runs, forgets she's handicapped, she goes and saves the child. And wherever the conscious mind say, oh, you can't move, how come you're standing? So the subconscious buys the story, gets back to the wheelchair again. This is the power of mind and positive self talk. Whatever stories we buy from uh, uh, our environment, if subconscious receives those stories, that becomes our reality. Look at what happens when we have negative and positive storytelling going on. If we have negative stories going on, self talk, I'm not worth it. Oh, life sucks. It's not fair. I am this and that. The, the, the work is too much. Oh my god, this is happening. Oh, every time we have negative reaction, body, physiology, negative state, there's a negative hormone. There are over 1500 types of hormones released in our body, chemical shifts. Over 1500 to 1600 chemical shifts in our body the moment we have positive or negative self talk, right? Constant exposure to negative emotions increases the cortisol levels, and they affect our body tissues, the muscle, liver, bone, pancreas, everything is affected with the negative hormone secretion in the body, which causes energy block. Try to make it very simple. The moment we have positive experiences, positive self talk, there are happy hormones which are rushed in the body, like serotonin, oxytocin, dopamine, endorphins, melatonin. There are many, but they are the main ones which makes us feel happy. Serotonin, when we sleep well, melatonin is also required for a deep sleep. When we have good mood, we spend time with our loved ones. We see a newborn baby, and we hold the baby in our hand, we play with a cat or a dog. When we are exercising, after exercising 20 minutes time, there's a positive experience that we all go through, because there is a chemical secretion happening in the body. We cannot feel sad after that. When we exercise, we will have that experience. When we will meditate, we will have that experience. When you will play with your child, you will have that experience. You cannot stop it. Similarly, when we'll have the prolonged activation of the cortisol, and the it's gonna cause strain on our body. How does that work? Why it's important to know that what happens in your cell. Human being, you and I, we are all nothing but a bunch of trillions of cells. We are living organism. We are a bunch of cells put up together with a beautiful skin on the top, right? And you and I, if we do not have a skin, we are going to look like ugly lump of muscles, and nobody will look at us. So God has given us the skin and hiding these cells. Now cells can do one thing at a time. We have over 100 trillion cells in our body. Cells can either multiply, grow, or they can defend themselves. Okay, there is a neural network that goes on. If you see these threads here, these are antennas. There are billions of antennas on each cell. We have trillions, over 100 trillion cells. And each cell can do two things. Grow, either it can grow, it multiplies, or it can defend us from the foreign threat, from the infection, from anything which we need to defend. They are having antennas. These threads are antennas. Every negative talk, these antennas receives and converts, and this message is transmitted to the whole body, and the whole body gets alert. And if you are happy, the message is sent through these antennas to the cell, and this cell will go and tell the whole body. The body will release happy hormones. So, but unfortunately, what happens? An average life of a cell is 3 to 7 days. So you and I, human being, we die every day. 20 to 25% we die, and the body is replaced with the new cells happily. This is fortunate that our body is, we have a new body after every 3 to 7 days, because the old cells go and the new cells come. But what happens when we are in a stressful environment? Cells have a wrong message. Hey, listen, there's a threat and you need to defend. And once I'm in a defense mode, I forget I cannot multiply, because I cannot fight the enemy and grow, because this is the nature of the cell. So before, let's say if we have 1 week of complete stress, 1 month of complete stress, the cell keeps on dying after every 3 days. Other cell is defending, and the other cell is defending, but the old one are dying continuously. What happens? There's a deficit. There is a deficit every day. Millions of cells are dying. Millions of cells needs to be replaced by these gone cells. But before dying, they need to multiply. But that process is not happening. Why? Because there's a cortisol. Cortisol is a threat. When the cortisol releases in the body knows there's a threat. Defend. When I'm defending, I'm not multiplying. When I'm not multiplying, I'm dying before giving more soldiers to the body. So body starts feeling weak, 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 weak. Immunity goes down. We start feeling cough and cold and headaches and migraines and let's say autoimmune diseases. We have lack of blood, lack of white cells. The immune system gets affected, and then we have blood pressure, diabetes. All these things start coming in our body in a constant state of stress. Stress is okay. There is a real stress. If there is a suddenly somebody come and attack on us, we have to have the stress so that we can defend ourselves. If there is a chase by a wild animal and we are running in a jungle, we need to rush. We need that stress. Otherwise, if there is no adrenal rush, we will not fight for our life. Okay, but we cannot fight for our life. We cannot, a lion cannot chase us the whole life. We'll collapse and he'll going to have a nice food. So our body is not designed for a constant stress. We cannot, Formula 1 race driver cannot drive 5 hours full day in that speed. There will be a heart attack. So the point is that there is a limit that our body can take. And that limit, we need to tell these cells, hey guys, look, relax, cool, chill. There's no need to get stressed. But this mental stress is a false stress for the cell. But they take it literally. Oh, I don't like this person, I don't like this person, I'm not having a good relation, not having good relation. This positive self negative talk is sending a message to these antennas. I'm not happy, I'm not happy, there's a stress. The cell says, okay dude, stress, let me give you cortisol. It's releasing so that I need to defend. Now it's not knowing that there's not physical threat, it's just it's a part of my behavior now. But that intelligence is not there with the cell. The cell, poor thing, takes your command, dies, and our immunity goes down. One technical information, but I'll try to make it more simpler for you. There has been an old science that world is energy, the matter. So world is physical. The old biology, the treatment of the pharmaceutical industry is one of the biggest industry in the whole world, and human beings are treated by pharmaceutical industry as a matter, that if you have a problem, take medicine, body will feel better. But when they have accepted in front of the whole world that 90 to 95% diseases are coming from the negative thoughts, we are not giving enough attention on the psychology, which is running the whole biochemistry of the body. So the old science used to say the world is matter, but now the new science is talking about quantum mechanics, that there is energy. The world is nothing but energy. So it's a marriage between the matter and the energy, the body and the mind and the soul. So the soul is the energy part of us human being. The science, the psychology is an energy, the positive and negative in the human body. But the pharmaceutical industry today is treating us as a matter. We have a wound, cut it. We have people have colon issues, operate it. Colon cancer, cut the intestine. You have breast cancer, you remove the breast. So they are looking at the individual bodies as in isolation and not curing the cause. Why? Because everybody is gonna be happy and healthy. Who's gonna buy the medicines? Whereas this new full army of scientists and researchers, physicists is coming together to teach and spread the word. Guys, handle your head and handle your health. Then there's no need for medicines. But this simple science, this simple logic has been kept away from the health paradigm. Otherwise, who's gonna buy the medicines? And the world is run on the pharmaceutical now. Each individual in America takes 3 to 4 tablets every day. This is the agenda of the pharmaceutical industry. The whole world should take medicines. If not medicine, now we are sold multivitamins. We are getting away from the natural food. So everything is fashioned in a way that we are depending everything outside of us, whereas everything is inside our brain. Our subconscious is in our hands. And let's look at that, what happens when I say we are energy. Scientifically, it's been proven that our bodies secrete energy, and this energy, this light, can be captured with the scientific gadgets, the cameras. 6 2 meters of our energy can be clicked. The cameras that can report. But it doesn't mean that our energy only is limited to 6 to 8 meters. Only that we have gadgets that can record our energy. So scientifically, you and I can believe, okay, my energy is into 6 to 8 diameters. But the human energy, the heart biochemistry is much more wider than this. The wavelength, the frequencies that we operate is linked with the unified field of the environment. There's a global consciousness. And the biggest experiment done on you and I being getting connected by scientific community, but on the unified field, is done by University of Princeton. You can Google and find out about the Global Consciousness Project, which is done by University of Princeton. More than 70 countries, they have the laboratories and these machines fixed in. A group of people was trained to do the prayers in a way that they can do those prayers with the feelings. Same prayers, exactly the same prayers. These 70 countries have these unified connections in these laboratories, and including Middle East, Lebanon, Palestine, and Jordan, and many other countries. These people were sent for prayer, and when the times of prayers were set, what type of prayer, and prayer with the feelings. When these people were there, they saw the energy levels, the unified field in the environment is checked, and there was a sharp shoot in the positivity, in the energy levels of those countries. The crime rate dropped. The in the environment, you can check humidity, you can check the temperature, you can check the pollution. There's something called energy levels of the environment. This is where the resonance science laboratories, Princeton University experiment experts, they check the energy levels of those countries. They were elevated. And this research is quite extensive in itself, to tell you that how human consciousness, we can communicate with each other. And this is where the telepathy is coming from. And this is all not woo woo talks. The simple technology that I can give you an example, that 100 years ago nobody could even imagine that you and I, there's number of people who are now getting connected through internet. This internet is in the environment. Telephone network, radio network, satellite network. Now people can talk from here in the Mars, in the moon. There are satellite missions. We are able to communicate with the different planets when our spaceships, they are going there for space missions. So the unified energy is there. You can notice and try and see if you're thinking about somebody for a few days with the feeling, oh, I miss so and so, and you will receive a message or some kind of communication with that person. It's not happening by chance. This is happening with the quantum physics mechanics, which has proven through constant experiments which are done. And Nassim Herman is the guy who has done, he's a scientist, and his work on the quantum mechanics of this unified field has been nominated for Nobel Prize. And the Princeton University Global Consciousness Project, you can go and find out on the net more about it. So it's been scientifically proven. In India, there's a saying that called Vasudev Kutumbakam, meaning the whole world is one family. And I related with the constant prayer mechanisms in different wisdom traditions, in different religions, in different time and space, that people have these frequent prayers praying together, because the consciousness, the unified consciousness of that area increases to a greater level, and then this energy goes in the whole world and create more peace. So these are all scientifically proven records. Now, coming back to our stress, this information was important for you to have a faith. What happens in the environment when you think positive? So the environment shifts. Your frequency are radiated. I always give this example of human fragrance. When our bodies have fragrance, a specific fragrance, with the biggest proof of this is that the dog can smell us from more than 100 miles away. So these are some of the examples that you would know that how far our energy, our fragrance stays. In Dubai, there was an example I was even giving yesterday, I'm going to give tomorrow as well. There was a guy from Fujairah or Ras Al Khaimah. He left his dog here in Dubai because he was probably they're shifting or whatever. He left the dog in the petrol station. Guy goes to his place. The dog goes back to this 140 kilometers back to the house and bite the owner. And imagine how he tracked back to the house only by smelling the smell of the owner. So means our biochemistry, our energy, we are all connected at energy level. So, and that is why when we say positive things, they reaches to that person that we are feeling positive about. And if you feel negative about somebody, so that's what we call it, our auras match, our energies match. I don't like that person, trust me, that person will also have the same feeling, because that's how the energy communicates. And the impact of positive thinking on the body, on the biochemistry, and at energy level. I think this information was good enough for you to buy the fact that how important it is to think positive and make positive self-talk, have affirmations regularly over a period of time, and you will start seeing positive news coming to you. No miracles in life. It's just a science. God is so fair that this science is there for everyone. Take it or leave it. Moving on, write down your expectations. Guys, I want to give you a break. I want you to disconnect with this work. I want you to relax. There's attention span, right? It's more than 45 minutes. People lose interest. I want you to look at the camera and bring your awareness and attention. I want you to start your I want you to give you a learning state. Can you see me? Guys, I want you to look into the camera. Now, middle of your brows, here the forehead. You keep your neck straight, back straight. You look on the rooftop and take a deep breath in. Look at the one spot in the rooftop. Just roll up your eyes. Take a deep breath in. When you breathe in, open your lungs, the rib cage, and loosen your stomach. Keep looking for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Come back here in the boot camp. This is a tip which is being used by Chinese martial art specialists to bring the awareness back. Make little more movements. I'll give you some some stretches, yogic stretches. Roll back your shoulders. Look left, right. Little bit stretch. Gently back, backwards, down. Breathe in. You can do this slightly. Mhm. Roll back. Make some hand movements like this. Tight. Make your muscles very, very tight. Contract, contract, contract. Yes. Make your face little contract. Bring the tension. Bring the tension in your head here. Back of the head. Tension, tension. Let the head shiver. Hands, chest, back, lower back. Make it tight and loosen it. And loosen it. Relax, relax, relax. Everything relaxed. Now I want you to take one deep breath inside through your nose. If you wish, you can gently close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and breathe out and relax. Make some eye movements up and down, left and right, roll clockwise and anti-clockwise. Come back. What's your name? Say to yourself whatever your name is. My name is Roopa. Okay, back to the camp. So, I want to give you, this was a break from the information flow. Okay, right. Write on, okay. Guys, what is your problem? Or what seems to be the problem in life for you? Do you have one? Think of one problem right now. Any one problem. And do you have a problem? I give you 3 seconds. Pick one. I want promotion. I want to lose weight. I want happiness. I want health. I want XYZ. Or what is the problem? So and so is the problem. So now, I hope now every one of you has a problem. Okay? Now, small little exercise is a neuro-linguistic task and an exercise. So what the problem is? Now in your mind, you have a problem. Listen to me carefully. I would advise you can close your eyes gently and listen to my words very carefully. What is not a problem? I hope you get that. What is not a problem? Okay. How about that which is not a problem is a solution? What if your problem is the solution? And what should happen for you to know that the problem is gone? Can you create a picture? When the problem is gone, what you expect to happen? Create a picture. Height and darkness. Okay, we will have these things. Yeah, it's fine. You have a problem that you have a fear of darkness. Let's take that example. So how about, so what is not a problem? So what is not a problem? That you do not have fear from darkness. What should happen for you to know that this problem is gone? Can you create a picture? What kind of result do you expect once you do not have a fear from darkness? What should happen? I don't know, I'm guessing. So maybe you will sleep in the darkness, or you will be okay in the darkness. What is the solution? What do you expect once this fear is gone? So write those words. What happens? How do you feel when you have this fear? When there's a darkness, how do you feel? Where do you feel in your body? So watch. You need to imagine that it's, I'll take this darkness example for example. So imagine you are in the darkness, and what happens to you when you are in the darkness? Where do you feel that fear? In your heart, in your stomach, in your back? What part of your body you feel sensations? Okay. Now how you would know that this fear is gone? What you want to do? How you want to feel like? Now go into your wanting state. How you want to feel? Rather, how you want to feel and act and be like when you do not have this fear. So what is stopping you from not feeling that way? What is causing you to stop? What happens? Have you tried any time before dealing with this fear? Why did that fail? So I'm giving you some of the examples of the questions, the quantum linguistics, to get into the root cause of the problem. And this is what we do in the coaching sessions with NLP coaching, that we try and find out the biology, the biochemistry of the feeling, where it is generated first, and how we can eliminate the perception of fear by visiting that memory where you have got it. So we use sometimes timeline therapies, we use hypnotherapy. I'm a master hypnotherapist. I use hypnotherapy during my sessions. So these kinds of fears, we use it through our linguistic coaching, neuro-linguistic coaching, and these kind of questions are triggered and asked from people. And you see, if only thinking about darkness can cause biochemistry to shift and bring fear, and that fear interacts with the body and what happens to the body, we need to just then start saying and feeling as if it's already gone and you are feeling that change has happened in your body. So using the imagination for constructive use, not for destructive. So using the imagination, oh, in this darkness what can happen? A ghost will come, or thief will come, or suffocation. All these things are imagination. Actually nothing of that sort happens. But then use your imagination how you want to feel when it's gone. A comfortable, cool, the majority of best dreams, they come in the darkness. In the candle looks so beautiful in the darkness. So how you can rather feel in the darkness, how you want to feel that already as if it's you are feeling, experiencing the shift. And slowly over a period of 20 days to 3 months, every day you are thinking about it, you will see the fear is gone. And this is how we bring the shift. And the whole story that I'm telling you and trying to sell you is the repetition of that feeling and this exercise. That's where the subconscious will change the program in the hardware itself. So now I want to talk about, I hope that answered your question, and more associated questions, I don't mind taking it again. But I want to talk to you about a very important slide where we can see what we value in our life the most. You can ask yourself, guys, where you are operating in your life. At what level are you operating? However, these are not the levels, these are the basic human needs. Maslow is the father of psychology, they call him, and he has given a very profound model of human needs, that all the human beings on earth have these kinds of 5 needs. No matter what culture, nationality, religion, across, these are human behaviors. So we have physical needs, we have safety needs, we have need for love and belongingness, we all need friends and family, we all need to safeguard ourselves from hot weather, rain, flood. We need house. So basic need is physiological need, safety, love, and belongingness, then self esteem, and then self actualization. All these needs are predominatingly high in some people and low in some people. Based on the energy, the time, the amount of efforts you are spending in each area, you can figure it out at what level you are operating, what you are valuing the most in life. For example, physiological, we all need food, we all need to sleep, right? We all have some common physical need in the thanks to COVID situation. Things that we were accumulating in the house for basic survival is the water and food, and we already have the house. We keep the money so we can just pay for our electricity bill. So what is the bare minimum need? We all have them. We can't say a person can survive without the food for more than a month or whatever, without water more than 1 week. So basic need all. Now find out where your dreams are. Some people just in India, I have been grown up by saying, if you have one house, when you are having one own house is the biggest dream of life. So entire life people work and pay mortgages just to have one house. So even whatever I'm doing, my job, my work, my energies, everything is going, so I have one house. So I'm operating a safety need. I'm valuing this need so much that I can give up on I'm not going to marry, or I have responsibility because I need my house. Or I'm going to my need for love is so much that I don't need house or my family. Heer Ranja, Soni Mahwal, Romeo Juliet, the need for love was so high that they gave up on everything. He's going and digging the mountains and because his need for love was so much high. Some people, they just work for awards, acclaims, appreciation. The entire life goes chasing the awards. Some people are so much into their spirituality that they leave everything aside and go after the Gautam Buddha. He left, he was a king, and he went for the search of his relationship with the God. The people who are, we have all these needs, but the scale and the variety, it depends on where we are spending our time most of the time. Now the conflict comes where my need is love, but I am stuck in fulfilling my basic needs. My need is appreciation, and there's nothing wrong and right. People can operate at any need. It's just that whenever there is a conflict, this happen unhappiness pops and creeps in. So these are the areas you can find yourself to find out your values, your needs, where you're operating, and is it in line with what you really want. With this, I want you to go to one exercise. Guys, this is a very important slide that I want you guys to have a look. Write down all the things that matter to you. Make a wheel like this. On a scale of happiness, how much happy you think that you are today? Write down all the areas, what is important part of your life. This is just an example: career, health, finance, spouse, relationship, any partner, or your family, friends, me time, fun and recreation, physical environment, or community work, social work, spirituality, or it can be anything. It can be even, you can write a name of your dog if it is important for you. And then each area, give your happiness rating. 10 you are very happy, 1 you are not at all happy, and then see which areas where you are having the lowest points. These lowest point will give you prioritization. You need to see those areas are going to cause a puncture in your wheel of life, and make sure that you give attention to all the areas in life. And the lowest is the part where you can give the immediate attention, do something about it, increase that, because that's going to be your significant lifesaver. This person here, fun recreation is 2, meaning this person is living a life which is full of boredom, no happiness, no fun time, very serious life. He's juggling. If you think that you are not happy with your career, with your job, you need promotion, blah blah, know that this is only one aspect of your life. This is not your life. Your life is completely a mix of so many things. But we go disillusioned, and we just think this person is my life, or only my career or my promotion is important for me. Our whole life is a combination of different things. Ask yourself what kind of emotions you experience over the days, weeks, months, and years. Do you feel regret, hate, fear, anger, negative emotions most of the times? Guilt, sadness? Or do you feel you are able to feel love, joy, fun, empathy, hope, happiness, relaxation? How often do you feel? You can make a catalog whenever you are feeling whatever which is a strong emotion. Write down how frequent, and notice what your state of mind is. And we actually teach also, I'll give you one tool today, and based on this you have lowest performance. Have one task at least in each area, so you can have weekly plan, monthly plan, and see yourself 3 years plan. Make your milestones. Short term, how much money do you need, what you will make it very precise, just like smart objectives. Okay, this is called goal tracker. You can have short term, medium term, and long term goals. Pen them down. Visualize if you are already there, how you will feel like, how you will behave like. So if it is moving you in a positive way, make your goals on the lowest performing areas. Guys, make sure that you eat healthy. It's very important. I already told you we are nothing but a bunch of, there's 70% water, muscle, tissues, cells, over trillions of cells here. Now these cells are what? It's an end result of what we eat. So if we eat junk, we become junk, and that's how our thinking will also become junk, because this is the quality of the nutrition. The makeup of our cell depends on what we eat, because whatever nutrition is going into the cell, the quality of the cell is going to be the same. It's exactly the example that I gave, like a house. If the bricks are poor made, if the cement is not good, the irons are not strong, the house is going to fall and not going to take the much pressure. It's very important to have a balanced food. Eat, uh, you can have your cheat days once a week. And when it's a decision to make and take a food, decide whether you are taking a calorie or it's a nutrition. Have enough water. It's noticed, like I told you, 70% of our body composition is water. Okay, and track how much water do you drink. It's very important to not to have water 1 hour before, at least 40 half an hour, 40 minutes before and after food. Try and drink less water before you go to sleep, otherwise your sleep will be disturbed. Avoid heavy meals before bedtime, because body needs to relax and detoxify itself. If there's a heavy food in the stomach, the whole system is busy in digesting the food rather than detoxifying the system. Dehydrated people who are drinking less water are more prone to stress and irritation. Remember, our body doesn't talk to us through emails and WhatsApp messages. Our body talks to us in our feelings and behaviors. When you are moody, you are cranky, watch yourself, hold, go in a flashback and see, did I drink water? Did I eat food? Did I sleep well? These are the hygiene factors. These are emotional hygiene factors. Spend some time with yourself. Do things that you really enjoy doing. Read book, go to spa, go on the beach, sit quiet some time in the nature. Spend your, give some value time to yourself. The quietness, the me time where you can reflect and ask yourself and just be and breathe. So this me time is very important. You can go and watch a movie alone, uh, read a book on the beach, uh, write a letter to yourself, appreciate yourself a lot. uh, Appreciation that you expect from people. Oh, he didn't say anything. I ask yourself what kind of compliments you seek. What are the compliments you expect from your spouse, from your mother, your father, your sister, your colleague? Those compliments start giving to yourself. You're hardworking. Write down your achievements. What are you proud of? What all you have done in your life? You always wanted somebody to come and tell you this, hey, bravo, you have done this. Because if we will not appreciate ourselves, we can't expect from others to appreciate ourselves. Take pride in your own contribution in your life. I often tell people to write even a love letter to yourself. all the things from your childhood until now that you have done. Write a letter as if you are somebody giving, for example, me writing letter to Rupa. So you, Radha, is writing a letter to Radha. So in the third person or second person. So I'm writing to myself as if, hey Rupa, you have done this, 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 this. So I'm disconnecting myself and telling this to Rupa. So, and read that letter loud when you are alone and see the shift in your body. So this is a tracker for 21 days. This is minimum time required. If you miss out, then we ask you to start all over again as of day one. So breathing exercise, I'm going to give you a little small demo. How to do belly breathing. Belly breathing is something which is very important for people who do not know mindfulness. As in, you're overthinking, you're not able to disconnect from the past and future, and you don't know how to be in the moment. This is the ABCD for mindfulness and meditation. There's a difference between breathing exercise and meditation. In fact, there are over 112 different ways to meditate. Deep breathing is the ABCD, like I said. Then there's something called EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique. I'm going to teach you very quickly right now. Self-love, self-care, I told you. Exercise, guys, minimum 20 minutes exercise, minimum 3 times a week. If you go 4 days, lovely. But 20 minutes. Your heart rate should increase, at least you should sweat in order to bring the shift in your life. You can go for walk. If your step is, let's say, 1 meter, go for 1.25 meter. So you can make it brisk. So stretch yourself. Sleep 7 to 8 hours. Those who are very good in practicing meditation, I think the number of hours of sleep depends on how you wake up. You can sleep 10 hours, you can wake up cranky. You can sleep 6 hours, you can wake up fresh. So it depends on how you wake up in the morning, how your mood is. If you are feeling lazy, lethargy, not up to the mood and fresh, it means you had lack of sleep. So the quality of your mornings and your feelings will tell you whether you had good sleep or no sleep. Then try and give compliments to people. At least make sure as a task you give an opportunity to 3 people to thank you, meaning contribute, even if it is a smile, physical help, a monetary help, give food in charity. If you can't find humans around, which is hard, you can give food to ants with a tablespoon of sugar. Feed birds, go and feed fishes in the sea. So do something, an act of kindness, okay, for the people and the living beings. Affirmations, I said twice, morning time and night time. Take care of your nutrition, eat more vegetables, fruits, dry fruits, especially walnuts and almonds. Is a brain food, they're superfood, and direct nutrition of the almonds and walnut goes to the brain. Me time we have spoken about. Now guys, there is something I want you to know. Forgiveness is a very, very important part. Guys, remember all those people in your life who have caused hurt, pain, sadness, anger in your life. Those people who have been nasty with you, people who have given you the toughest, hardest time in your life. It's very important to release those memories from your system. Why? Because they caused that hurt and pain 1 time or 2 times. Their memory in your body is continuously secreting negative charge, and that negative charge is hurting your body at cellular level. The forgiveness is not for them, is for you. The process of forgiveness you can repeat. Think about that person, imagine that person's eyes. You are standing face to face, looking into the eye of the person in your imagination and saying these words 3 times. You can repeat it more, but minimum 3 times. And you try and feel it that you are saying from your heart. Say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. This is called Ho'oponopono secret, done by very ancient wisdom traditions of Peru, Hawaii. So why we are saying sorry to those who cause pain to us? Simple being, what we are receiving is simply that what we must have given them. There is a reason that this person is hurting us, so we are acknowledging that whatever has caused them to hurt us, must have been both ways. So this person is hurt before that I could cause pain. So once we do this, we send these positive energies to that person. You believe it or not, I have tried myself this many times. Even this can be your spouse, your friend, your parents, your boss, your reporting, anybody. Your maybe some negative charge from your school teacher. She said something nasty, you are still hurt from that pain. Imagine the eyes, say this 3 times, breathe in, breathe out, relax. Say it again, and then feel the feeling post forgiveness. In Mind Valley, you can, if you go, there's one full session on Mind Valley by Vishen Lakhani on the forgiveness process. There's something called 6 phase meditation by Vishen Lakhani on YouTube, and this 6 phase meditation is something very good you can try, and that has forgiveness part as well. So yeah, so forgiveness is important for healing, because it's like a the hurt and the pain of these people who have given us negative experience, it remains like a weed on the soil of our happiness. If this weed is there, we cannot grow the good plant of our happiness. That will keep on throwing poison on our efforts, because the grudge will stay there, the hate will stay there, the pain will stay there, the sadness, all this has to go. And the only way to release it by accepting it, yes, I am hurt from that person. Because most of the time we say, no, 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 it's me. It's fine, accept it. Forgive that person this way, and then let this person go for good from your life. The memory to go from your thing. And try and do, you will keep on having these people in your life every day. So before you go to bed, if that hurt is there in the bedtime, think about that person, say this, I'm sorry, breathe in, please forgive me, breathe out, thank you, and I love you. You do this for every day that when you think that you're hurt from somebody, and you will be able to release that charge and not piling up the storage. We are almost there, and I really want you to go with this technique. All the techniques that I'm giving you guys, they're full day courses, they're certification courses on Ho'oponopono, on forgiveness, the certification courses on EFT, emotional freedom technique. But I'm giving you very fast paced, it's a boot camp. You can go, and with each thing you can go on YouTube and learn more in depth, but I'm giving you what you need to learn in a very short span of time. Coming back to EFT, people are EFT coaches. They give and teach only this in their coaching sessions for hours and hours. But once you are committed, and whatever tool suits you the most, you can use that, pick that tool for 1 week, 10 days, 1 month, and see how you feel. If you feel, I want to try something different, go and try something different. EFT is nothing but a gear that can help you to shift your mental attention. So these are the points where you see the red spots: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So 2 on brows, 4 on the sides of the eyes, both sides, 1 on the upper lip, 1 on the chin, 2 on your collarbones, 2 next to the sides of your rib cage, next to the chest, and then 2 on your hands here. So what happens? You need to repeat lines over and over again. At least repeat at least 3 times on each spot. I'm going to tell you 1 time. You can do 1, 2, or 3 times maximum. So what you will say, if, let's say most of the people, they suffer from anger a lot. So anger is one of the top most negative emotion in our bodies. So what you say, even though I am feeling angry, so you can even have a filling the blanks, and you can even have, even though I am feeling angry, but still I choose to heal and integrate that part of me. You have these spots, so you will say here, even though I am feeling angry, still I choose to heal and integrate that part of me. Even though I am feeling angry, I still choose to heal and integrate that part of me. Even though I am feeling angry, I am still choosing to heal and integrate that part of me. So you'll keep on repeating this in these points. Even though I am feeling angry, I still choose to heal and integrate. Healing and integration is important. Even though I'm feeling angry, I still choose to heal and integrate that part of me. Say it, say it, say it, say it. Last, you will say here, even though I am feeling angry, still I choose to heal and integrate that part of me. You can bring both your hands like this at the end, and then come here on the chest, take a deep breath in, and then you will say, last time, even though I am feeling angry, still I choose to heal and integrate that part of me. Take a deep breath, you can say 3 times, and then release. This technique can be used to get relief from the pain, back pain, neck pain, headache, migraine. Take a deep breath in and out. When you exhale, always make sure that you loosen your muscles. This is a great exercise to bring the emotional shift and gear. Stage 1, when you practically do it. Stage 2, when you are alone. Stage 2, you can visually, once you are getting expert in remembering the steps, you can become an expert to an extent that you are in a conference or in a meeting. If somebody throws any shit on you, I mean some undesirable thing is happening, you can visualize the whole thing in your brain, and you can look down and visualize the whole thing and keep repeating on the different spots, and you will see as if somebody has poured cold water on the hot pan. So you'll feel as if you're diffused completely, and the other person will not get a reaction. And when other person is not going to get a reaction, this other person will also diffuse and perhaps maybe say sorry and feel bad for his or her reaction. So this is a very good exercise you can practice. Now finally, I want you to come on the mindfulness. Belly breathing. Belly breathing is a tool, ABCD for mindfulness. When people are not able to disconnect from the past and future, and there's thinking happening all the time. People say meditation, what is meditation? I don't know. So belly breathing is something which is a focus on the breath. Meditation is basically an awareness. You can meditate on a thought, on your affirmation. You can meditate looking at a light or a candle. You're just focusing on the candle, the top of the lit candle. You can look at a tree, and you just breathe in and just make sure that you are looking at the tree. You can look at the moon, and the full moon meditation is very, very powerful meditation, because 70% water in the body, and the gravity of the earth and the moon causes the high tide and low tide. And on the full moon, our bodies are a high alert, high energy peaks, because the water in the body gets the gravity and the pull and the push of the environment cause vibrations in the body. Those vibrations secretes energy, electric current in the body, and that electric current heals the body on its own, right? So this is the reason why people meditate on full moon a lot, those who are into this kind of realm. Coming back to belly breathing, what you do, make sure that your back bone, your spine is straight, your shoulders are relaxed, your back is relaxed. You can gently close your eyes, relax your stomach, and loosen your hands, legs, everything. Just make sure that you're relaxed. If you want, you can keep your eyes gently closed, keep one hand on your chest, keep another hand on your stomach. The only reason is to anchor your breath, that you slowly and deeply breathe through your nose. This is step 1. While you will breathe in, your lungs will, and your rib cage is expanded, still soft, the muscles are soft. It's just that you are expanding, opening up your rib cage and lungs. Your stomach is relaxed. When you will inhale, we'll count till 3. You will inhale, the air will go inside your stomach, and while you are storing the air in the stomach should rise upwards. You look at this belly breathing picture. Just a minute, please. Okay, you see stomach, belly out. When you will exhale, belly in. So inhalation, belly out. Exhalation, belly in. So expansion and contraction. Inhale 3, hold 6 seconds, exhale 9.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So this is the process. In the beginning, you can have uh, 2 minutes, because those who start doing it, I know there are people who feel dizzy because the brain is not used to of so much of oxygen. Some people have lots of thinking, the brain is used to of thinking so much, the sudden relaxation causes them dizziness. You must have noticed, if you're carrying something for a long time, or shopping bag, suddenly you drop the shopping bag, your hand still feels uncomfortable. Oh, what is gone? So when brain is not used to of having nothing, you will feel, oh, what has happened, something is wrong. So guys, sit down, do not do on the chair if somebody falls feeling dizzy, because this can be the case. I had a case, the guy was under the table because his belly is not going. The simple coordination, when you will do it yourself, you have to do the counting in your heart, because you cannot say and inhale at the same time, right? Inhalation, hold in your heart, say 6 seconds, stay, exhale in your own counting is happening. What happens? Your mind is busy in counting, your body is busy in handling the air contraction, expansion, and your the whole system is getting oxygen. While you will do this, you cannot do anything else, you cannot think simply. So you do this for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, increase it to 10 minutes. Within 3 months, your target should be at least you reach up to 20 minutes a day. uh, and then you can keep stretching yourselves. The 3 stages of making your willpower strong: finish what you start, do little better than your previous day, and do it little more. So every day, if you finish what you start, you do it little better and you do it little more, every day will make your willpower very strong. Did one research. For 70 years, this research was done, and they have given a study which is talking about the factors of happiness in life. So, in this study, grand study, interviewed 70 people right from when they were toddlers till some of them died, and somebody was still alive when they were 70 and crossed 75 years. So biggest reason for their happiness was found out, that love, good relationship keeps people happier and healthier. People, those who were alone, they were having alcohol, bad habits, they died earlier and they died sad. So make sure you have good relationships at work, in your life. I've heard a saying that if you have one good friend, you are lucky, and if you have two good friends, you are blessed. So, not the number of friends will matter, the number of family members will matter, the number of people who you can open up with, who you can trust, who you can, and the law of life is always you give first and then you receive first, because giving is as if sowing the seeds, and if you will have good seeds of relationships, you cannot have bad outcomes. So pay attention to the relationships in your life, because one of the key factors in the happiness journey is your loved ones. And know that money is not the only reason that why people are happy in life. This is a research done, and if you see, the happiest nation in the world, it was nominated as Finland, Denmark, Norway, but the most of the nations who are having the highest suicide rate are the most happy nations on the top. If you can see, Finland is also one of the top nations. Hungary, these are the developed countries. Denmark, you see, they are the happiest nation, where the suicide rate by country is the highest per 100,000 people. So money, how much money we have, how much developed the countries are not the happiest places on earth. The happiest places, they said, something like GDP they have in Bhutan. They are the happiest. They are the highest per person happiness rate in Bhutan, because the mindfulness, having minimalistic approach in terms of how we can be happy with minimum things and maximum experiences. So that outlook is very important in life. uh, for more developing these habits is a key, is an art, is a skill that can be developed minimum 21 days to 3 months time. And one beautiful research that I want to share with all of you, this is a book written by Bonnie Ware. This Brownie Ware book is very famous bestseller. She worked as a nurse in Australia for all her life, 40 years. When she was retired, she wrote a book, The Five Top Regret of Dying People, because she was working with patients who were about to die in 1 week, 1 month, 1 year. And then she released this book where she noticed that five regrets of dying people on earth in her 40 years of a career. I wish The top regret is, I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected to me of me. Second top regret, I wish I hadn't worked so hard. I wish I had the courage to express my feelings. I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends. I wish I had let myself be happier. So I'm sure the average lifespan of person on earth is based on life expectancy by region, by United Nations World Population Report. World average is around 79. The most developed regions have 84. Middle East, Asia, okay, Asia is green, somewhere 75. Indian average I know by heart now, 64, 65 years. Guys, this is, we have limited time on earth. We don't want to go with the regrets in our life. So make sure that you are true to yourself, and you get more experiences than the things and stuff, because this is what all stays with us. And if you have any questions, and there are lots of stuff, I'll wind up this exercise by those who are gadget free. Guys, you can have this kind of equipment to help you out with the meditation. This is called Moose. There's similar equipments in the market where you can train your brain for meditation and mindfulness. I have personally myself, and I use it sometimes in my coaching sessions, and some of my coaches have even bought this. It costs, I think, 1,000 dirhams, and you have other versions which are cheaper as well. Amazon, you can buy this product. I am leaving you with the resources here. The books are here. You can buy and have these self-help books which will help you to, keep the change that you will have. Remember, it's a journey. We have to eat food every day. We have to take shower every day. We need to shop for our food every day. So it's very important to have a motivation dose, a positive thinking dose every day. So make sure you keep the change, where the new habits that you develop requires daily watering and maintaining by daily routine. So happiness quiz link is this: from the pursuit of happiness, bringing the science of happiness of life. Play that quiz, get your happiness scores, and while you will play the quiz, you will know what are the important things in life to focus on. Okay, guys, and please let us know your experience. These are the books here you can get into. This is the book Metaphysical Anatomy. Your body is talking, you are listening. This is the book where it's by the doctors. The medical community had accepted this book as the psychological blockages causes different diseases, just like Louise Hay's book that I showed you. There's in Quran, there's a ayah that man can have nothing but what he strives for. So our striving is very important, and there's nothing that can stop us from getting what we strive for. The fruit of his striving will soon come in sight. In Hinduism, there's a concept of calling Aham Brahmasmi. It doesn't mean that I am the God, but it means that I am the creator of my life through my actions and my decisions and options that I take. In Bible, Matthew's 7.7 is written, seek and you will find. So what does it mean? Whatever we put our focus on grows in life. If you will keep on putting your focus on the negativity in life, that will grow for sure. And if you put up your focus on things that you wish for yourself in life, that will grow more. So we have to be very careful where we are paying our attention. So the last note here, I will say thank you very much for watching and being there in this workshop boot camp. Know that always we judge ourselves by our intention. We say, oh, I didn't mean to. Somebody is hurt from our behavior, but we say, I didn't mean to. But when others, we judge them by their behaviors. So thank you very much, guys. I am open for question answers. We are actually today going beyond time. Are there any questions? And I'll be more than happy to hear them out. Yes, please. Radha Lakshmi.
Hi.
Hello, hi.
Hello, good morning. Actually, I have seen the breathing technique while going to sleep. If we do, whether we can get good sleep, or is there any other technique for the sleep?
Good sleep, there are many techniques. The simplest one I would like to advise. Are you aware about uh, meditation? Have you done some practices in meditation?
Yeah, yes, yeah, yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So, from many options, if you have some desired result that you expect in life, you can visualize those. Now, this is again depending on what kind of outcomes. Only if it is sleep, you focus on your breath. Every time you have a thought coming, do not struggle with your thought. Just come back to the sound of your breath and just try and listen to your breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Don't push and pull the breath. Just very normal, the way, for example, right now you can try. Relax your body. People, you can try, all of you, if you wish, you can try. Close your eyes and just pay attention and breathe very normal. No physical push or pull on your breath. Just your attention, your ear on the sound of your breath. Keep your eyes closed, loosen your body completely, and breathe. Try to hear the sound of your breath. And the moment you have a thought, because thoughts will come, it is a sign that you need to get back to your breath, because the moment you lose the focus from the sound of the breath, you will have a thought. And this will go a little bit, every day up and down. It's a task. This is where you get to know and in this process you will doze off. You have to just focus on the sound of the breath. In case if you want desired results in your life, for example, you want a house, for example, you imagine your dream house, how the bedroom is. You're already in your new house, in the bedroom, you're living there, who all are there. So you are living that vision in your life, in the bed, and you are sleeping. You say you keep on saying it's there, and you feel the feeling. You feel the feeling, and you feel the feeling, and you sleep. And that's where Radha Lakshmi, I'm not sure if you have heard of Yog Nidra. Yeah, that's Yog Nidra. So you can, in the science of psychology, it's called, in the hypnotherapy, it's called lucid dreaming. There's sleep hypnosis, and I personally use sleep hypnosis because I don't want to do the hard task of thinking. So I play sleep hypnosis. You can go sleep hypnosis for lucid dreaming. Play on YouTube, and you will doze off in less than 7 minutes, 5 minutes. You cannot be awake, and your phone will go quiet on its own. So there are variety of things. Then you can do the belly breathing. Then you can do affirmations. So just keep, like I say, always recommend, go with the affirmations as if it's already happening, and you will doze on. But if you go in the bed worrying, what has happened today? Oh my God, I should have done da. What's going to happen tomorrow? Da. That's going to give you nightmares and bad sleep. The whole night you are sleeping with those negative thoughts. And this is where the whole concept of sleeping with the thought has come up with. Whatever thought we will sleep with is going to generate our reality in those 7-8 hours that we are sleeping. So we sleep with the negative thought, we stay in the negative zone. Have I answered your question?
Rupa, there is one other question.
Mm-hmm.
There is one more question.
Yes, please.
Finland is one of the most happiest country which you mentioned, likewise, and suicide rate also it is on top. So it is why like so.
Okay.
So the suicide rate and the happiness rate, all of them are high. What is the reason behind that?
The concept of happiness, the definition of happiness, which has been taken in the happiness report, they look at how much do you earn, how many people have house, how many people have access to the health systems. Where suicide rate is from my individual understanding of me is the Western world is more of individualistic, where the happiness is a very relative phenomena. There is no one size fit all. Individuals are lonely, relationships are not strong, people are living lonely lives. That's what make a person to quit and leave, because they know I have nobody to share my wealth with, happiness with. Happiness is very relative. In the London College of Economics presentation and the research paper was published, and I was in the conference in Sheikh Zayed University. They published a paper where they also showed that when they did the research, if I have let's say Pajero, a car, somebody, my brother or my neighbor has the Mercedes, who I compete with. So my happiness of buying my car goes down when I see somebody who I compete with has a better car. I needed 3 bedroom villa all my life, and I have 4 bedroom. But what my competitor who I compete with and who's my colleague has 6 bedroom villa. Oh, my happiness of having my own house is gone. So we get what we want, but the comparison brings it down. That is another cause of not being happy. Like if you see the research done by Howard, it says one of the biggest happiness for the people for last 75 years research that it did was loving happy relationships. Individuals in by and on its own they cannot be happier if they are not happy as a group. So the definition of happiness is one of the biggest criteria, and this individualistic, materialistic approach that things will make us happy. That's not true. Have I answered your question, Kanaka? We are social beings. We are sent that in our matter, in our cellular level, there's a dire need to give back. When we do not give back, you know, in my presentation I would like to share something. Can you see? Yeah.
Yes, Rupa, we can.
Okay, there's something I want to share with this. Who our role models are in life, who do we value in our life as people of achiever. You know Kate Spade committed suicide. She was one of the richest lady, right, in North America. You have Michael Jackson, you have Robin Williams. They had everything that they one could ever imagine, but they committed suicide. Why? They were achievers, they were not happy people. Why? Because they did not work towards fulfillment. And fulfillment in human beings only come when we give back to the society, when we eat. And that is where the charity concept is very important. We must give in charity, we must add value to other people's life. I have done a very big research on some on fulfillment, and what I have understood from the science point of view and the religious point of view, spiritual point of view, human beings uh, are meant, and I have seen now for 4 5 6 years in this paradigm, people those who give back more are more happier. This is a part of human nature. This nobody can take away. Imagine if you have everything. The richest people on the world, they are given the most. Ratan Tata has given everything in for the boat. He doesn't have a house. He's actually now working for his own people. Bill Gates have given in Bill Gates Foundation so much charity. uh, Tony Robbins himself, he was a man without a house, and now he gives billions of dollars to give clean drinking water and making wells in India, in Bangladesh, in many African countries. So the point is this: the happiness is a we are connected beings. If we try and isolate ourselves and think that we'll be happier, that's a myth. Abdul Rafiq, could you please explain transformation of conscious mind to subconscious mind? Why do our work repeatedly? When we arriving driving first time, we are very cautious. Yeah. This is autopilot mode. Driving is autopilot, swimming is autopilot, cycling is autopilot. Even women, ask women. We can talk and we can cook the whole food. Damn, nobody will even know. So this is mind is autopilot now. If you see, people will perform the whole prayer, and this happened with me as well. There are times when I finish my entire prayer and I'm not connected. Autopilot. We say dua, continuously, the whole rakat is gone. Autopilot, where the connection did not happen. So subconscious plays on autopilot. Our conscious, okay, one very beautiful thing that I want to share with everyone: our brain is our worst master and best slave. The 5% conscious mind has a willpower, and the moment we have used that willpower, we can control the subconscious and make it a slave. Remember, the subconscious has the maximum capacity, and that can become like a jinn. Genie, the Aladdin genie. Do this and it's gonna do that. So yes, congrats, Rauda. I need a help from you. You can please text your email ID. I'll mail you. Okay, Rauda. Any other question, please? I think we have overrun our time. I had some coaching session today. Some of my clients are here, guys. Can we skip today's session and have it?
There is one question.
Yeah, please.
I will share the links related to sleeping hypnosis for kids.
Yeah.
Rhoda, I have seen lots of sleep hypnosis relaxation video. If possible, please provide the practical link and see can we use it for kids?
Yeah. Definitely. Whatever you have learned today, kids are better to absorb. Teach them belly breathing, guys. Teach them belly breathing. Get them moves. This biofeedback. Once you buy it for few, let's say 900 dirhams and 1000 dirham. In Dubai, there Think Hub. There's another studio for neurofeedback. People pay 1500 for 1 hour session. You can. This is a brain gym. The moves. The whole family can use it. And belly breathing it doesn't mean that I'm suggesting moves, because this is handy for children. They will love it. It's like good gadget. Those who you can stretch your limits to another level. Dr. Deepak Chopra voice is there. He's associated with moves as well for meditation. Hypnosis can be used with anybody. You can get rid of.
I think it's all about the way they do it.
Yeah.
By telling stories for these kids.
Yeah.
So they engage the kids' imagination by telling stories and having some pictures and the sound itself.
The importance of sleep hypnosis is actually basically, uh, the child must know the intention why he's listening the hypnosis. The intention is very important. The moment you brief your child that you are listening this hypnosis, this will help you for making your IQ levels very high, for example. Okay, play the hypnosis. The child will doze off. Nobody can be awake with a sleep hypnosis for more than 10 minutes. You will doze off. What is more important? The intention that you are listening this to, and then you sleep. Subconscious will catch everything. The intention is the biggest part. And these days, in America, in the state of California or Virginia, just now it was in the news here. There's a lady who is helping people to lose weight through sleep hypnosis. People go there in her studio and sleep, and they have lost 40-50 pounds. Age is reversed in terms of how they look and feel. There are 100 people sitting in one studio, and she's just sitting on the platform and she's just hypnotizing them, and they have lost weight. So you can go here on the YouTube and say sleep hypnosis for happiness, sleep hypnosis for children, sleep hypnosis to increase abundance, anything. You have sleep hypnosis. Michael Seeley is one of the my favorites. I listen to him a lot because he has millions of followers, and he's good, Michael Seeley. Okay guys, I think got to go, everything is good. We have questions? And please do not forget to finish the feedback. We will receive a link. We will register you today online and Istishrati, and then we will update your status as complete because today's workshop, and then you will receive an email. Please make sure you give us your feedback, and your compliments are always welcome because that shows a testimony that we are able to help.
Rupa, you didn't announce that we're in top finance.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you very much for reminding me. Guys, we had participated in International Business Excellence Award, and thank God we are one of the finalists.